Hello everybody and welcome to our Let's Play Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew. This is an awesome game, as have been all games from Mimimi, the developers of this game, as well as Desperados 3 and Shadow Tactics, Blade of the Shoguns. I played through all of these, I got quite hooked. I actually wanted to do something like productive with my life, and then I bought Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, and then I played through all the games in reverse order. So I want to share me being hooked on this game with the internet and you, so let's jump right into it. For those of you new to these games, Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew is a tactical stealth game in real time with some different approaches to other games, I guess. So you got the choice of 4 difficulty levels. You can actually look at the details of those, so enemy setups, this determines the number of guards, frequency, tougher guard types, and so forth, player health, player ammunition, detection speed, and the more you crank this button towards cursed, the harder it's going to get. I played through this game like nearly twice. I played like 1 time on Legend and 1 time on Cursed. I didn't finish the Cursed one yet. For the sake of this being a Let's Play video, and I want to show the game and maybe even show you some progress in the game and not dying like 500 times, I'm going to start on Legend difficulty, with the option to lower the difficulty the further we go, depending on how well I do. I have some training right now, but doing talking, showing the game, and playing probably takes some more of my capabilities away. So let's go with Legend for now. Voice language will be English, as will be the text and this whole Let's Play. For now, I will keep the loading screens. With time, I will edit them out. Right now, this one isn't too long, I hope. So we'll jump right into the story and right into the tutorial. I think if you want to start with one of those games, I think Shadow Gambit is the right place to start right now, because I think it's more forgiving and more versatile, and it's also very beautifully made, and the newest edition. And if you then take a liking to it, you can play the other games. Or if I think cowboys or ninjas are more your things than pirates or Pirates of the Caribbean, then you might want to start with Desperados 3 or with Shadow Tactics. That rather depends. So as you can see, all the surroundings are very beautifully made. Water looks awesome.
So this is Angler's Grave. Charming little rattle. Let's find the bar and make a deal before the Inquisition shows up.
So we meet Aphia, which is our first character. You can move the mouse around just by shoving it against the rim of the screen. Otherwise, you can take middle mouse button. I'm using the standard controls, so everyone can do your stuff, but this game actually allows you to go and customize your controls. You have different settings, so classic, real-time strategy, Cursed Crew, and then you can customize everything. It's actually not necessary. So if you double click somewhere, your character will run to that point, and if you just click once, then she or he will stroll to that point. Hold L mouse button is for interacting with objects. You will see this skeletal bony hand over the symbol, and this will allow you to interact with it. You can either hold the left mouse button. So now you will get a tooltip, which is about the mission log. Mission log shows all your mission objectives and other stuff. We can do that now. Can press B for that. And our objective right now is to meet the Jester. You got a dialogue log. So every dialogue that you've overheard or that have been said by any characters in this mission will be here. And then you got badges. We'll see what badges are at a later point in the game. So now we can go and meet the Jester. We will run to that point.
Welcome to Angler's Grave, pirate.
Well, well.
Yeah, so a lot of people just talk randomly when you walk around here, and yeah, it's kind of like a pirate hideout bay or whatever. And we want to go here. So that exclamation mark, that is actually the Jester. If you want to find that out faster, you can go to the map. You can either zoom out so far that you get into the map, or you can just hit the button M, which will put you at the same spot. So that's pretty neat. There's this point in the zoom level where you go over to the map, and the controls there are the same, and then you can zoom in again, which is nice, which means you can like go here and zoom into there. Very good. So without further ado, your characters are numbered 1 to whatever, and if you want to jump to your character from somewhere else, you can just tap the number twice. So as you can see here, some things are glowing or glinting better, and these are interactable objects. If you click on them, Aethia will climb those vines. If you want to show those, there is a neat trick that you can do, because you can press H, and this will highlight everything you can interact with. And this is people, this is torches. I think you can extinguish torches if you...
No second thoughts, eh?
Yeah, cool. And instead of holding the left mouse button, you can also do control left click. That's the same as holding the left mouse button. This is for you who have played the older games, in which this was the only option. Okay, for more atmosphere, we're gonna turn off the hints. And
he's on the balcony, top floor.
Yeah, balcony, top floor. We're gonna meet the Jester. We're gonna enter this here door. If you enter one of the doors, some doors have connection points, so your character will be shown as in this building, and you can then leave all these doors to wherever you want. And if you click too often, like I did, you're gonna enter and re-enter doors quite a lot. So let's talk to the Jester and see what this is about.
You are not an easy man to find, Jester.
Naturalmente. It ensures I'm only found by interesting people. Now, what can I do for you, Signora Manicato?
They say you can arrange things. There's a certain ghost ship I'd like to catch up with.
Ah, the Red Marley. Yes, I know all about your history with that ship.
Then you also know why I'd want to be on it.
Signora, the prospect of seeing your fates collide is the entire reason for our meeting. I can get you to the Marley, but I must inform you that she has seen better days. Currently, she's caught in the trap of a certain Inquisitor.
So Ignatia has her. Then there's no time to lose.
Still determined, I see. Yes, excellent. Shall we shake on it then?
One more question. What will be your price?
Oh, don't worry, Signora. I simply wish to be entertained. Now, shall we begin?
Okay, so this is the setup for the first part of the story. We're hunting after the famous pirate ship, the Red Marley, and have requested help from the Jester, who, apart from being a skeleton, seems to be from Italy. And he seems to be able to teleport people by clapping his hands, which is nice.
The rite is complete. What now?
Scour the beach. Let no corruption linger.
It shall be done.
So that's not at all suspicious.
What?
Abomination!
Apologies, but as you well know, death's not the end here. So, one down, Possibly 100 or... I better find my way to the Marley before Ignatia sets her on fire.
Okay. So, one of the details of our character, named Aphia, is that she has a bone arm on her left side, and a sword stuck through her chest, so there's a possible clue that she might be differently alive than other people. So, she killed one of those guys who was an acolyte, and this drops us in our first mission on the first island. And as you can see, you can always see the whole map. The yellow points are the enemies that are around the island, and yeah, you can zoom in into the different sections of the map. You can turn around the view freely by holding Alt and doing it. This also shows you a compass every time you do it. Let's see, is it true north? Yeah, it seems to be true north. So the green arrow is true north. No, the white arrow is true north, and the green one is our direction. There is a button to reset the view, but I keep forgetting it anyway. I try to keep this overview as good as possible during our playthrough. And let's read the next tooltip. So Aphia, which is our first character, can kill enemies with a dagger. Press A or use L mouse to select a melee kill and then target the acolyte with L mouse. Yeah, we can do that.
Let's take him down quietly.
You got your skills down here at the bottom of the screen. It shows you a tooltip which is noise radius and dying duration. Noise radius
Consider it
is how loud the action will be. And you see this blue ring around the acolyte. This is the radius in which enemies will hear you if you stab someone with Aphia. And the dying duration is actually the time it takes Aphia to kill someone with this. So
always move forward.
we're gonna left click on the acolyte and watch Aphia do her work. So this takes some time
Welcome to the other side.
because she's doing her job thoroughly. So our next mission objective
No second
is
thoughts,
hide the
eh?
body. I think we get a separate tooltip for that.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, so you can control click or hold
Well.
click to interact with the body, and then you can drag it around. You see those waves around Aphia. This is also sound, so dragging people makes the sound. You can drop them off by holding L mouse anywhere you want. So if you do it
Now
in the
we're
sand,
getting
they
somewhere.
just lie around in the sand. What you want to
get
do
you
is you want
somewhere
to drop them off in bushes or containers where they vanish. Hey,
like
that is convenient. So whenever you do that, they can't be found. Enemies will not be alerted to their presence. And yeah, I think you always should try to hide all the bodies in this game if that doesn't bring you in danger of being revealed or something. So you can switch your
Straight to the
stance by pressing the space bar. And now we get an explanation of the view cone of enemies. So as you saw, an enemy has a view cone that is divided into two parts. One part is the striped part and one part is the full part. In the fully colored part, you will be seen immediately, and in the striped part, you will only be detected if you are standing. So if you crouch down and walk through here, that's completely fine. Nothing will happen. So we're gonna
another.
display the view
Always
cone
a
of this
pleasure
guard.
running into the Inquisition.
So he is projecting this view cone in front of him, and as he's turning his head left and right, this view cone
Now we're getting somewhere.
shifts also from left to right. So what you can do is you can hide in a bush. If you're hidden in a bush, they won't detect you unless you do something like firing a pistol or taking an action. They won't see you if you are behind them, and you can even run behind them because that doesn't make a sound.
Well, well.
So now we're gonna crouch down, and as you can see, you can move freely in the striped part of the view cone.
Strange.
I think we're gonna put him out of his misery, being a character in a tutorial. So as you see, takedowns take quite a while. You can see that when you walk over sand, you are leaving tracks. Right now this doesn't have any any track with what we do, but it's gonna be interesting later. So here's the night tutorial. So the view cones function the same, only that at night everything near a lamp is fully colored version of the view cone, so they will detect you immediately. But in general, the view cones will be shorter, and the fully colored area next to the character without lamps will also be shorter. So what the tutorial right now wants is us to crouch down, crawl through here, and then we have the option to take him out, which we of course are going to do. We could just go on playing anyway. You don't have to take out every enemy you see in this game. It's just more convenient to do so if you have to return later during a mission, because then you have less enemies to worry about. I tend to take out most of the guards. There are certain challenges or situations. Here, as you see, if you run over water, this does make quite the big sound, so you will be detected easier if you run through water. So now we get to know Aethir's skill set. Aethir can charge enemies with her blink skill. Press S or use L mouse to select blink and then target the enemy guard with L mouse. Yeah.
Seems like the only way forward is up.
So we cannot actually climb walls without a help, like a step ladder, but Aethir has this blink skill. She can use it on enemies or just so. This teleports her to the target location. It's very handy. It has quite the long cooldown, which is 8 seconds, and is a range of 8, and the dying duration is 5 seconds, same as her melee kill. So there's basically no difference. The good thing is she can teleport up ledges with it, so we're going to press S and target that guard. And now that guard is dead and we are on top of the ledge, so if you can't get up somewhere, then this is the easiest way to do it. So I'm gonna let him lie there for now, not to waste too much time. And we're gonna jump down here. And now something weird has happened with this green ball. As you've seen, there were some green arrows when you jump over things. That is the game telling you that by selecting this point of travel, you will jump over ledges, which is good. You should always pay attention to where your character wants to go when you go longer distances, because sometimes they're not taking the best decisions on their own. So
now we're getting somewhere.
There's this powerful enemy, which we're going to kill now with our blink skill. Or are we?
What do we have here? I sensed your ill intent, cursed. Now burn in Maiden's fire.
No.
Well,
I suggest you try that again. I'm whole again.
I have unleashed a memory. I have given you another chance.
What crazy magic is this? Are you...
I need your help. Get past the prognostica. Do not attack him directly.
Well, well. All right, I'll follow. As for the prognostica, let's try a different approach.
okay, so for inexplicable reasons, we are alive again. And yeah, as you see, you can capture memory at any time by pressing F5 and unleash the latest memory by pressing F8. Use it often. Failing and retrying is an intended part of the game. Take this advice when you play those games very seriously. In this game as well, there is no problem doing so, because I think if you press F5, the game will display this memory saving thing. And we should have 4 memories here already. Yeah, you have a bunch of memories. I'm not sure that the game saves all of your memories, but it does save more than 3 quick saves, which was what it did save in all the other games. And 3 sometimes got you in awkward situations if you abuse the button too much. But yeah, in Shadow Gambit, the Curse Crew, you can quick save all you want. So I advise you to use it often. Sometimes I get carried away and don't do it. That will make us replay certain passages. That's a normal part of the game. So
Acolyte on the scaffold is my way up.
we can highlight stuff. We can interact with the rock, and as you see, below the rock, near this red area. And this marks the spot where the rock will fall down and where enemies will hopefully be crushed. To get up there, we need to blink up to the acolyte.
The prognosticar might be able to stop me, but that boulder, straight to the point.
No, he can't stop that boulder. So we'll interact with that boulder. Smash.
Good riddance.
Bye.
The path is clear. Proceed onward and ascend. I wish to see you face to face.
Okay.
No second thoughts, eh?
So, our unknown friend who saved our ass, our bacon, I mean, back there, wants to see us face to face. Now, another of Aether's skill set is can freeze a single target in time with a time freeze skill. That's D and L mouse to select. That's quite nice.
Don't worry.
I think
I have my own.
some of the skills in this game are quite more powerful than the skills in the other games, so that's why I think that this game is more lenient towards newer players.
Hold it right
Because overall you're less limited than in the other games. Yeah, we're gonna freeze him in time. Obviously we don't need line of sight. The bar shows how long he's frozen in time, and then you can kill him, provided nobody's watching you. And then we hide the body. And now we quick save. Quick saving is extremely important.
Ignatia, yes. As a matter of fact, she...
What's wrong?
Never mind that. Ascend the ruins. Come to me.
Hello? You still there? Well, well. Better move fast.
So, our unknown savior is in some trouble. And we are supposed to move up here. You can take out all the guards here if you want. Regarding the quick save, I advise you to do it whenever you've taken out one, or I mean it seriously, just quick save when you've taken out one guard without being detected. Because if you take out the second, the third guard and you get detected at the fourth, you gotta start over again and do it all, and sometimes this takes a lot of time and it will take away a lot of your concentration if you do it too often. So quick saving, good. Now, so we can look at the view counts of our friends here, and what you can do, what the tutorial is now not presenting to you, is you can hold the right mouse button to select any spot or any guard in the game, and then you will be shown yellow lines. If people look at this, you at least should be able to. There we go. So this point is watched by 3 guards. So if we want to go over the bridge, we gotta pay attention to the guard on top and the guard there at the back. So I don't want to waste time and kill everybody. So we can just crouch through here. So this is all striped and he's on patrol, he moves away. So we can go here without being detected, unless I stand up, in which case he will detect us, of course. And there's another thing that's going to happen though. Our unknown savior will remind us from time to time that we could use the quick save, which is of course right and proper. I think I just blink over here, freeze time on him, climb the ladder and climb the vines. And we went up there undetected, which I think is rather neat.
Ah, there she is. The Red Marty. Black Eye Mordecai's ship. And there's Ignatia, right on cue.
My custode is a ready ship. A world of agony awaits you. Now tell me, what is the answer to Mordecai's riddle?
Ignatia. Even in death, the captain outwits you.
Oh? Then why do I hold his message, so clearly intended for you? Now speak! 5 of Marley's crew assemble. That much is clear. But what are the relics? What secret lies hidden beneath your deck?
I would rather burn than help you find the treasure.
Have it your way, ship.
Your flagship has been prepared, my Lady Inquisitor.
Good. Begin the rite of questioning. I must know what the ship knows.
As you command, my lady.
Send word among the timeless shores. We must find the rings and solve Mordecai's riddle. His treasure will be ours. And if the shores must burn for it, then it is part of the grand design.
Still there, little soul.
I am. And it seems I came just in the nick of time. Red Marley.
You know my name. Care to tell me yours?
All in good time. First, let's set you free.
Come to me. Use the giant chains to get on board. Then I will tell you more.
Alright, not a problem. So, we sent the rock pillow. We met the unknown savior, which is the ship called the Red Marley. And we've met Ignatia, who seems to be a nice person. And who's obviously after the treasure that has something to do with the old captain of this ship. So, that's basically the story setup. And yeah, we are fighting the Inquisition. It's not further mentioned which Inquisition, according to the names of characters and the names of enemies. I'm gonna assume it's something Spanish-like. Yeah, so
Now we're getting somewhere.
let's go further with Afia. You can jump down here, you can jump over there. Tooltip. Yeah, that's the big green bell I talked about. And also, you in certain missions and tutorials, you have the writing on the wall that says "Make a safe game, don't be an idiot," which is nice. I hope I remember to save often enough. So,
but not for long.
okay, so the Marley's in kind of trouble. We gotta free her. And here's one of the beautiful things about this kind of game is that it's 3D. Environments mean that there's a lot of possibilities that you can design maps with and pathways and stuff. I would advise you before you choose what to do to look around, to turn the map around a bit, let you show all the interactable things, because sometimes it's not super obvious. And also this will highlight all the enemies, and depending on the lighting and where you're looking, sometimes it's quite hard to see enemies. So let's go onto the chains. I think this should be doable without reloading 500 times
Your memory
now.
power explains a lot. No wonder Mordecai and his crew became legends.
We kept it secret for that very reason.
Does it have any limits?
Only those set in place by the captain. My reach is the size of an island, but I can't reach memories older than a day. I'll gladly explain them once I'm in less pain.
Consider it done.
Okay, while the Red Marley tells us about stuff, there's something you can do is you can run through an enemy's view cone, like so,
I like it already.
and then probably teleport the rest of the way,
How do we get these chains off you?
and then jump down by accident, which is was not on purpose.
Break Ignatius' seal.
I think the easiest way to go through here is possibly
Skip a beat.
freezing that guy, and then you can
Straight to the point. my body saves.
Cool. So we did that. Amazing. So all skills have a non-lethal option. It can be toggled by the HUD or by pressing the small arrow button above the skill icon or using R mouse while hovering the skill. Your non-lethal melee attack is a dedicated hotkey Y. So
Blink punch. Sweet dreams coming.
you can change all these killing skills
I'll put you to sleep.
to non-lethal skills. If you are like a pacifist and don't want to kill the Inquisition,
And the fire breaks free.
I shall stay well clear.
and you can just knock them out.
Hey Pete, look! Fresh meat on deck. Fresh? Looks rather rotten to me.
Ignore them. Head for the captain's quarters.
Okay, someone is talking about us, but we don't know who. I'm gonna press Y, I'm gonna knock out the guard, and I'm going to show you what this does compared to killing people. I hope that guard will not interfere. So, quick save first, we're gonna knock him out.
Stay down.
Punch! Oh yeah,
Laurentia
So,
47 verse 8.
now you got a timer running,
A most humbling sight.
which shows you how long this guard will be knocked out. If this timer runs down the full circle, then this guard will wake up again. Stand up, be confused, and probably search for his assailant. Now you got an option with this rope here and the knot to time up.
Now we're getting somewhere.
So you control left click on him, time up. Gets the usual bitch slap, and now he's tied up. And this is basically the same state as being dead, where you can carry him around, and he's not gonna get up again. But
I shall stay well clear.
this will actually take
I'll crack a few
5
bones.
seconds plus the time to tie him up. So knocking people out and transporting them away is taking longer than killing them. So leaving people alive is obviously
Consider it
nice, but it will make the game harder.
Let's send them on their way.
So I think if you don't want to kill people, you're better off sneaking through.
Observe the custodian.
One less.
So
Through his mind, the flame
Always
is
move forward.
raised. Laurentia 47
I
verse
like all
8.
the detail that they put into the ship. All the little pathways and stuff. So
I
let's
like
get the next two tip. Power of Custodes is used to keep tears in the below closed. So Custodes are these guys with the weird iron helmety things. If they attack, they will lose their grip on the right and energy will release and turn our guards in range catatonic. However, catatonic guards and dead Custodes will not trigger the alarm, which is nice. So if you hover your mouse over the Custodes, it shows that red circle around him, which is the area that guards will be turned catatonic to, or into a catatonic state. So what you want to do is maximize the opportunity of the number of guards you turn catatonic. We're gonna freeze him so he can't detect us. I'm gonna blink the Custodes,
He's maintaining the seals. Disrupt his chant.
and that will kill the
Gives me
Custodes.
shivers. Do
And
not pity them. They are but vessels for the Maiden's fire. There is another on board. Find him.
so that kills the Custodes and will turn those two guards
Help. Remember,
catatonic. Thank you, Marley. They are still alive, but they will stay in that state indefinitely. So even if the mission like takes 2 hours, they still will be in that state. If you have something you want to do, like kill 50 guards for some special or other challenge, you can still go and kill them.
Welcome to the other side.
Another argument for killing them in that state is that you can then pick them up and drop them into a pile of letters in which they vanish. So yeah, those are the option, and that is the Custodes mechanic. We got another Custodes that is over here, and we need to take him out as well. So there are multiple ways how you can get there.
Mother of Flame, we judge you.
I think I want to try and, if we turn it like so, go top side of the ship and jump down here. So the only guard we have to worry about is him or her. Sometimes it's not entirely clear,
No second thoughts.
unless you can hear them talk. There's no way of telling them apart.
Ignatia left you in a sorry state.
I can recover. The crew is what matters.
Ah, the crew.
2 are still on board. 5 were taken to shore. We will rescue them soon.
The other custodians and your 2
So maximizing the number of guys in there.
Leave them be for now.
One less to work.
So this is...
Ugh, that's both of them.
Yes, the seal is weak. Come to me.
Okay, I need to get used to the part where I have to shut my trap to
Your memories, remember?
yeah, I remember, to let the dialogue go on. So this is obviously an awesome situation if you find this in any of the other missions where you can like turn 4 guards catatonic by killing 1 custodes. Go for it. This is the absolute maximum benefit you can get. So we are now required to go to the Mali and talk to her. And this is the only guard that is keeping us from that, so
A blade in the dark. We're all cutthroats here.
I think we don't need him right now. Bye.
Your soul is free. Enjoy.
Now we're gonna quick save because we killed a guard and haven't been detected.
Consider it done.
And now we're gonna talk to the Mali and forge the contract.
Now break the seal. Set me free.
First, we have to discuss terms.
Really? Now?
You are hunting Black Eye Mordecai's treasure. I want in.
The captain's hoard. What is it to you?
What is a treasure to a pirate, eh? Adventure. Gold. A chance to beat the Inquisition. I'll help you find your captain's legacy. And I only want 3 shares of the plunder.
Preposterous. Half a share.
2.5.
1.
2 shares. Hurry now. I bet more acolytes are coming.
Fine. I accept your terms. Now break that seal and state your name.
A Fia Monecato. At your service.
My strength is restored. Now we make for the open sea. Brace yourself.
Okay. So that was the first mission, the Red Mali Rising, and now you can see what badges we earned. If you hover over them, 1 badge is first step, finished the mission, which is under island and mission. Then under crew, we got finish a mission with this crewmate on all islands, 1 of 10. So there seem to be 10 islands, and this was Morrow's Reach. This is the general badge that will be there for every character in the game. Now, badges are something you might want to do or might not want to do. They count towards your overall percentage of completion of the game, which might or might not be important to you and might or might not reward you in the end. Some of the stuff you will discover while playing, some of the stuff will be revealed to you at a certain point in the game. It's up to you. You can cheat and probably look them all up in the internet before you play missions, but I think I would advise you not to do it because the developers thought that it would be cooler if you just play through the story before you start grinding badges because you're bored. And the story is worthwhile seeing, so let's continue the story. This is also one of the features I love about this game, apart from music, the story, the options, is this little replay thing at the end of a mission where you can follow where your character go, what skills he did. So there, stop time, kill someone. Here we just stop time and blinked up there. This is where I blab a lot about stuff. This is where I screw up. There we go over. And yeah, you can see how many kills the character is racking up. So we actually did kill 13 Inquisition guards, which is quite a lot. And yeah, you can watch it also slower. You can somewhat zoom in, but it's a fun feature, I guess. Then you get the completion time, memories captured, memories unleashed. So how many times did you save? How many times did you reload? How many enemies did you kill? Who did the most? What skills did you use? How many? I think this is nice to see because it reveals how you play to yourself. So if you run into problems and at the end of a mission you see, okay, I'm only using that skills, I'm not using that skills properly, you should do that. I like statistics, so I'm a sucker for those. Okay, one of the most famous loading screens. Now, regarding loading screens, the game is not too soft on them for a game from 2023. But I think if you play it for a decent while, then the loading screens get less obnoxious. If you install it the first time, loading screens are quite long.
To be on the open sea again. Come to me when you are ready, Aethia Manicato.
Okay, so we are now on the Red Mali. On the Red Mali you can see Aethia here. You can run around, you can, as with any mission, highlight all the interactable objects. We got this table here, we got some skeletons that are running around. You can only look at them, you can kill them.
I see you've discovered my skeleton clones. Feel free to practice with them. They enjoy it.
I like it already.
Okay, so you can test your skills on the skeleton crew for whatever reasons. They don't seem to mind. You can fire the cannon, which doesn't do anything but make a loud sound. Other than that, right now there's this grate in the middle of the ship, which you just talked to, which is where the Mali is situated. And then we got these doors.
No second thoughts, eh?
So if you enter one of those doors, you can go through the other end of the ship, which is kind of practical because you're gonna spend quite a lot of time on this ship, story-wise. Here we got this counter, we're gonna see later what that is. And if you turn around, you got the lifeboats, and this is exactly the ship we just entered in the mission, which I like that they did not change it. I think you can climb down here if you like. I think Aethia is not going to jump. No, she isn't. Okay, so let's see. Up. Let's talk to the Mali.
Alright, ship. What's our next move?
5 of my crew are still on Moro's reach. I will not leave them behind.
I like a challenge, but those were a lot of acolytes. We could use a little backup.
My skeleton crew cannot wander on shore. What we need is another cursed. Sue Lady and Toya were left on deck, black pearls ripped from their chest. They'll need new ones. Talk to old Gertrude, and also to Pete and the Nameless One. I'll scrape together what soul energy I have left for the ceremony.
Okay, so we want to revive one of our crewmates.
Which is why we keep them well hidden. Don't let my talking Dacor scare you. They are mostly harmless.
So we have to talk to old Gertrude, which is this skull here, and Pete and the Nameless One, which is this skull here at the back of the ship. Doesn't matter who you talk to first. First day on the job, find black pearls. That sounds awesome. So we are going to get 2 black pearls, so let's talk to old Gertrude.
Mordecai, you finally returned.
Sorry, but I'm not Mordecai. The name's Aethia Manicato, freshly hired.
You always knew how to get a chuckle out of this old lady.
I don't think you heard me. I'm...
Just play along.
Yes, I'm Mordecai. I'm here for the Black Pearl.
Ah, yes, of course. Here you go. I've stored it in my right eye, freshly plucked from the socket, if you will.
Okay, so
That was interesting.
As I said, mostly harmless.
so that was our first
Straight to the
contact
point.
with old Gertrude, who seems to be the figurehead of the ship and suffer from slight dementia, or just
Always move
being
forward.
a nice old lady, which I think is cool. So now we have to talk to Pete and the Nameless One. You can probably guess who that is by now.
Hey, Pete, look. It's Hurricane. The one with the curly toes.
Excuse me.
I'll ignore him. His forehead isn't quite where it used to be. Now, what's your name?
I'm Afia. The Marley sent me for a black pearl.
Did she now? Well, I'm sure to tell you that it's gone.
Pete, Nameless, hand her the pearl, or I will throw you overboard.
As if we didn't really want it anyway. Take it, Thea, before we accidentally lose it again.
Okay, so
Now the pearls are ours. I barely have enough energy for one ceremony, so you must choose who to revive.
okay, now revival mechanic. You can revive dead crewmates if you have a black pearl and soul energy to charge it. To revive a crewmate, interact with the body and select revive. You can earn black pearls and soul energy by completing missions. So that seems to be part of the
Now
game
we're
at this
getting
point,
somewhere.
that we have to, hello there, go and revive the crew. Here's a little monkey. Okay. Okay, you need to bribe the monkey to be able to pet it. She's doing it quite gingerly, so maybe she has bad experiences with monkeys. So that's the interaction you can get out of the monkey right now.
Consider it done.
Cool. You can also climb the mast to go into the crow's nest. Don't think we do that right now. So these two skulls with a plus above are displaying our two crew members, and you can interact with them to either revive them or get info about them. Now let's get some info about the crewmates. Reviving crewmates, choosing which crewmates and using what crewmates is one of the better parts of this game. This is the decision point, and you will have lots of them, so might as well cook. The Toy of Iga will remind you probably of a certain character from one of the other games. He's the ship's cook. You can see what skills he has. You can see the archetypes that he is, and you can see the passive abilities that he has. So, signature skills. Katashiri. Toya can leave behind a small human paper charm called Katashiro that only he can see. Fair. Shadow Step. Teleports back to the Katashiri from any distance. Toya will attack and kill the enemy marked by the Katashiro. Bird's Voice uses a whistle to attract the attention of nearby enemies and draw them to his location. Also, people who played the other games will recognize this at least. Archetypes. Position Changer. Capable of making guards leave their posts for a while. One per team recommended. Or Killer. Uses powerful skills to eliminate guards. So we got an assassin that can change the position of guards and who can obviously lure people. We got the passive abilities. Can climb ivies and can swim. Not everybody can do that. That is something you also have to keep in mind when you do the composition of your crew before missions. So let's look at the other option we have.
It's a lady at the ready.
It's the ship doctor, Sulady. So signature skills is cover seeds. Sulady can throw a vial to grow a very handy bush somewhere in her vicinity. Perfect for hiding in open space. So this already sounds quite overpowered to me. And she has Wonder Dust. This foul odor will daze the hardest Inquisition soldier. The strange spores make enemies walk away from her in a straight line. So archetypes is Position Changer and Body Hider. Body Hider knows how to cover their tracks and leaves nobody behind. Passive abilities, same as Toya. So if you are new to the genre and you're not really sure how this is going to go. My personal recommendation for who you're going to revive right now, I think, would be Lady, because Lady makes the game definitely easier at the beginning, because Body Hider is, yeah, she really does that part of the job well. I think Position Changer is the lesser of her qualities. I think Body Hider is what she does best. They're both awesome. I think you both want them to be in your starting lineup, to be fair. I'm gonna go with Toya because I just finished Blades of the Dragoon and he reminds me of a certain person. So let's revive Toya. You will be asked if you really want to revive this character, because this will this will take away the resources at the top of the screen. These are blackbirds and this is soul energy. And yeah, let's revive Toya.
Another black pearl in my chest. A feast of energy for my soul. Much obliged.
So, you're Toya of the East.
Just Toya, if you please. This ocean has been my home for longer than I ever lived in Japan.
You're the assassin who challenged the Dread Captain and became the ship's cook.
You seem to know a lot about me, when I don't even know your name.
Okay, missing audio cue. This is something that has happened to me once before, and it's very unfortunate that it will happen now that I'm doing a let's play of this, is that the dialogue just stops and the audio doesn't play and the next cues. The game doesn't really break down or hang itself, but you have to skip the conversation, which is a shame because most of the conversations are quite funky. So yeah. Game now tells us that we have to train with a new crewmate before we take them on a mission, just to see what they are able to do. And as for the purposes of this video, I'm going to do that. So right now, you can select your new crew member instead of Fia. You can only control one at a time on the red Mali. You can't multi-select. And I'm gonna use Toya and talk to Estelle. And Estelle, for reasons, is the monkey we just talked to. Or we tried to pet.
Follow the plan. Ahoy there, Estelle. I require your guidance to the training deck. Apologies, but your banana cookies will have to wait. Once my kitchen is restored, you will have your cookies. Now, down we go.
Okay, that monkey sure wants to be bribed with banana cookies. So yeah, now we have our first crewmate. I like playing with Toya. I think the lady is probably better. But yeah. So this is the tutorial deck, which is how most of the tutorials in this game will function, which is because of the fact that the developers don't know which characters you're going to choose, so they can't incorporate the tutorials into missions, so you have to do the tutorial decks, which are well done. They show this off really well. You're in the hold of the Mali, which is kind of like, you know, timeless space with a bit of ship interior and wooden plankings, and you can then train with your stuff. So we have this skill here, and this is melee kill, short, and as you can see, noise radius is the same as Atheus, but the dying duration is halved, so this is a faster kill. This is something you have to keep in mind, because 2.5 seconds is quite a lot if you want to kill a guard and drag him into cover. And we have Bird's Voice, which is the skill that we're doing the tutorial for right now. 10 seconds cooldown, noise radius 10, whistle to attract the attention of nearby enemies and draw them to your location. Right. So you can quick save in the tutorials. Cool. Here you see what the skill is supposed to do. And it's gonna... The tutorial is really good. It's gonna show you most of the uses of the skills. So
I'm going in.
you can hide in the I think, oh, these are actually fish. So we will hide in the pile of fish and lure the guard towards the pile of fish by using the whistle skill. You saw the circle, this is the range of the skill, and guards will get curious about the sound and run towards your location, and then you can take them out. Cool, so that's awesome. That's good for luring guards away from their post, which is important.
That's some spice.
So,
Someone whose bones brim with soul energy, your little flute remains humble.
Noise is the salt of any good ambush recipe. Magic or no, the oldest tricks never fail. The fight begins.
So not all guards will be affected the same way by distractions. The commissarius will turn towards the noise, but he won't leave his position. Lure the acolyte behind the wall so that you can attack her without being detected. Sure. So there's a type of enemy we didn't see before. It's the commissarius. And the commissarius doesn't give a damn if you make a noise. He will stay at his post. Which is nice, because now we can throw them separately and kill that guard. Now the commissarius is not in the view cane of another guard, so we can kill the commissarius. Commissarius had a key symbol over his head, which means if you kill him, you will get the key. There are other ways to get the key, like knocking down or stealing, but right now killing is what we did. And you need the key to exit the tutorial room. Ta-da! That was the first tutorial. That was Bird's Voice.
I have prepared another training room and a little test should you feel up to it.
I will finish the whole tutorial so you see what the characters do. We are now going to practice the shadow step. So you can place a Katashiro, which looks like this, and then you can teleport to that location, and the guard that is standing in the middle of that circle will be the will subject to the quite awesome assassination that you see here. So yeah, let's see how this works out for us. Okay, this is the tutorial. So the Katashiro has already been placed, this small thing that floats above the ground, and inside the white circle is where you kill enemies. The blue circle is the sound it makes if you press G now.
My charm floats gently. A villain enters its range. Death by 7 cuts.
So dying duration is 5 seconds, same as a fierce blink or melee skill.
Taste.
So now we're gonna learn how to combine these two skills that Toya has, which is Katashiro and Bird's Voice. And this is pretty easy. You use the Katashiro as a trap, you lure a guard with the Bird's Voice, you hide somewhere else, and then you assassinate the guard when he steps into the circle. This is something that should be very, very familiar to everyone who played the other games from Mimi Studios. It's just another form, which I think is pretty awesome. There are more tricks to it later in the game though. So we are going to do it. Hide in the bushes by pressing space. Guard is gonna go. Zack. Bye. So. I'm sorry for sometimes zooming in and out randomly. not really sure. It's part of the setup I'm running here. Probably the mouse wheel. Toya can attach the Katashiro to other guards. Use this to advantage by attaching it to the patrolling guard. When they move outside, you can use Shadow Step to them to attack them. And that is kind of funny because you can tag them with it. So, gonna tag the front one. If you do S.
Special. The trap is set.
Now he's tagged with the Katashiro. Right now, this would draw attention if you attack him. And you wait until he's out of sight of the other guard, like now, you press G.
Another recipe executed to perfection. The enemy is thoroughly sliced. 7 cuts is a bit extravagant, don't you think?
Of course. Any recipe needs flavor.
Cool, so this concludes last tutorial.
Move like water.
And that's the whole skill set of Toya. You might say this is not a lot, but then again, every character has a skill set like this, and different abilities that will come to the game, like the climbing and swimming.
A challenge, is it? Excellent. I'll have a taste of your cooking, Marley.
So this is an additional challenge. This is absolutely not mandatory. You can skip it if you want to play the original game. I'm gonna do the challenges just to see if I understood this correctly. So, and remember to always crouch unless you're certain that you will not be detected when you run, or the running serves a purpose. Otherwise, crouching is the way to go. So, as you can see, this screen here doesn't screen completely. If you assassinate someone in the striped area, you will be detected. So what we can do now, as we can probably drop the Katashiro here and try to lure the top guard to there. So the Commissarius will not give a fuck. He will just turn around. The other one will run around and be assassinated. So that's one way to do that. The other way would be to attach the Katashiro to the Commissarius, lure the other guard to here, kill the Commissarius where the guard is not looking, and then run through. You can also just run through after luring the guard. It's all up to you. There are always multiple solutions to everything. So it's no shame if you find other solutions or if you see what other people are doing, because there's only a limited amount of solutions you will probably come up with yourself. So here's the door with the key, which is always the final goal of these tutorials, is to get the key. And here we have a more elaborate setup. So that guy has the key. So I think the easiest way to do this is to lure him to here, like
it will be done.
That point there. This is only watched by him, so what we're going to do, it's probably a bit cheesy right now.
7 blades.
You can do it with the Katashiro, but you can just lure that guard to here. He's gonna walk there, and you can do a drop-down kill. So whenever you're atop a ledge and the guard is beneath you, you can do the drop-down kill, which has the absolute added benefit that it's nearly instantaneous. It's not 2.5 seconds. It's really, really fast, which I think is it's the biggest advantage of this. So this guard is watching this. You can always jump down into bushes and hide. If you jump into a bush, you're basically immediately hidden. So now you just have to use this, use the bird's voice, so only the guard with the key can hear you. And then he will come there, and we have to... Okay, for some reason, he's going to walk around the whole thing, which is funky. Use Katashiro for the last time. Cool. Cut the key, and then we're gonna say bye, suckers. Oops. So there's a thing, because it's three-dimensional, you sometimes click somewhere and the game does interpret it as somewhere else. then you just have to adjust the view or the zoom a bit. So that's one option how to solve the challenge with Toya. This is pretty basic and pretty easy. Now we're gonna exit. For the exit, we're gonna climb these wooden stairs.
Expertly done, ship cook.
Thank you, Marty.
Your galley has been cleaned and stocked. Return to deck.
Wow, the music in this game is amazing.
Plans, Aphia Manicato.
I think the composer deserves a lot of the credit of the atmosphere of this game. I mean, obviously, developing games is very time consuming and it's a great project, but the music is awesome. It's handmade. There's a video about it. You can visit the composer's site and look at his stuff. You can buy the soundtrack, which I heartily recommend if you want to chill out or you got a whatever pen and paper around with the pirate theme. So yeah, that said, I will link it in the show notes probably. Last thing to do is we are going to talk to the Mali and have a chat. So whenever you have a crew member that hasn't talked to the Mali,
Ship cook, it's good to feel the warmth of your kitchen again.
Likewise, though I noticed our larders are woefully empty.
I'm afraid Ignatia's lackeys have burned most of our unholy provisions.
Cooking without ingredients is like heading into battle without a blade.
The skeletons will restock supplies in time. Meanwhile, you could see your limited options as a challenge.
A challenge, you say? I see. Most intriguing. A stew of figurehead moss. Fried barnacles from the bow. A red soup wrung from your oily sails.
Now that I hear you describe it, I'm rather glad I don't have taste buds.
Do not fear, Marley. Just as any fight can be won, so can any dish be made palatable with the right technique. I have never served anything but excellence to the skeletons. I would rather see them starve.
okay, so that's Toria's private conversation. Whenever I want to progress with the main story, that is on the top right of your screen, or under main in the mission log, you have to select Aphia, because Aphia is the main character of this story.
I'm glad to see Toya back on his feet. Alas, I can spare no more soul energy.
We'll manage. Two cursed pirates are a force to be reckoned with. Speaking of, I was wondering what my position in the crew should be.
That depends on your qualities, Aphia Manicato. Measured by your outrageous cut, you'd have to be the captain. And you are not the captain.
All right. How about the navigator?
I can find my way alone. Why would I need a navigator?
I can lend a hand. Chart our course. Choose our landing. I've learned from the best.
Interesting. Very well, navigator. Come to the map table in the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Straight to the point.
So also whenever you have a new crew member, you can go with Aphia and have a friendly chat with them.
I'm here. In a moment.
Let's see what's out there.
Yes?
Toya, may I ask, what brought you to the Marley?
The cooking contest.
Ah, on this ship?
What? No, back on Soulspire. I'd been there for some time after I lost my crew and captain at Madre Grande. I was cooking just for myself, perfecting my technique. I was focusing on winning the annual cooking contest at Bonnie's Galley. Then Mordecai comes along. Cocky, throwing out challenges left and right. He said, if he beat me in this year's contest, I had to join his crew.
And? Did he win?
He came in last. I had never seen such horrendous cooking. I knew then that if I did not join his crew, they'd have to endure his culinary travesties.
You should have given him lessons too.
I tried, but his lack of talent was a challenge too steep, even for me.
Okay, so you get a lot of funky conversations with everyone. Makes much of the atmosphere of this game. So we have run over the 1 hour mark for the video, which I hoped I would finish this section before that. So before we go to the map table and continue this, I'm gonna say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. I'm totally thrilled to play this a third time while blabbing about it. And I'm gonna go to the editing program, see how this turns out, if I'm content with all I'm doing, and then I'm probably going to record the second episode of this Let's Play. And we're gonna hunt some more Black Pearl Soul Energy, revive some crewmates, and kick some bottom. So thank you, and have a good night otherwise.